and this ain't financial advice. Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, Shiba, Inu, all of the entire cryptocurrency markets took a hit today. This afternoon when Evergrande defaulted on their loan. And it took the wind out of our sails a little bit, but we're still here. We're still ready to rally. Folks, things like this are going to happen in your crypto journey. And, you know, I got on the phone tonight with an old friend of mine, and we had a long conversation about when we first started in cryptocurrency and what it was like when you would mention cryptocurrency to people in your workspace, in your life, and the kind of reactions that you got from people originally for crypto. And I distinctly remember calling one of my dearest old friends who actually at the time was very successful, but still a very successful businessman. And I said, man, you got to check out this thing, Ethereum. And to my surprise, I was met with extreme bias towards the idea of Ethereum. And I said, no, it's just, didn't want to hear it. It's just, okay, that's very closed-minded. No big deal. And it's interesting because that person who is very successful didn't want to hear it, wasn't very open-minded to the idea at all. And I didn't even get to share the idea. Fast forward 4.5 years, people can't stop talking about cryptocurrency. It's in every news magazine, every newspaper, every article, every TV channel, Fox, CNBC, NBC, MSNBC, crypto, until we just don't want to hear about crypto anymore. And it's the very happening popular thing to talk about. And I look back and I see kind of just this 5-year transformation from when, I mean, he wasn't unique in the way that he didn't want to hear about crypto. Comment down below. Tell me your story if you're a long-term crypto holder of where people didn't want to have any interest in it. I mean, I remember him directly comparing it to multi-level marketing. And I'm like, Ethereum and multi-level marketing are not the same at all. that statement alone shows a fundamental misunderstanding of what I'm talking about. But you didn't want to hear it, you know? Time Ethereum was, I don't know. I can't remember what it was. It was less than $100 though. And the attitudes have shifted now. The tides have turned. MasterCard is getting into it. Tim Cook from Apple came out yesterday and said he holds some Bitcoin and Ethereum. He probably owns some Cardano too. And crypto has gone mainstream. And just because we get a little bit of FUD in the FUD bank and they sell off a ton of news and your portfolio takes a dip, especially if you're new, don't let this FUD you out. Cardano could go to 10 cents and I'd still be happy as a clam. Okay, I wouldn't be happy as a clam, but I wouldn't like it, but I still believe in the fundamentals of the project and what they're trying to accomplish. I still believe in Bitcoin, and I still believe in Ethereum, and I still believe in a lot of these cryptos in the mainstream. Now, let me take a look down here and let's get into it, okay? Because this whole process of getting into crypto, whether it's your first day or you've been here since 2019 and you were college roommates with Satoshi Nakamoto, it's an educational experience. And here at Wallace Inc. and with the Nerd Node, we don't like crypto know-it-alls, so we like to educate and inform so people can do the same with the people in their life, so people don't perceive cryptocurrency as a multi-level marketing scheme. I mean, my friend said to me on the phone tonight, the guy who's been in crypto forever, he goes, at the next Bitcoin conference, they should make people, before they enter, explain what a blockchain is. I was like, that's funny because nobody would be able to go in. I mean, that's the level of misunderstanding you have in crypto. People think that, he was saying that people in 2011 were into crypto because they understood blockchain, okay? Now, people are into crypto because they want to get rich, but they couldn't tell you anything about what a blockchain does or why that's fundamentally valuable. And understanding that would shift so many people's investment strategy when it comes to things like Dogecoin versus Cardano, or Shiba Inu versus Solana, or Polkadot versus Flocchionia baloney, okay? It just would. And that's where we're at. And that's why we always say we're still early here, people, because the education level of understanding of what we're up to, okay, is going to give people enough time to get into the right things if they do their own due diligence. Once again, this is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. So Bitcoin's sitting at $64,283. Ethereum, $45.95. Would have been a nice little profit had that person been a little bit more open-minded to my suggestion. Would have been a simple little, would have been a nice little 100x. That's what we do here at Wallace Inc. You got Binance at 609. You got Solana at 236. You got Cardano at 207. XRP 119. Polkadot 45. Not really too worried about it. I think a lot of news got sold on here. Now, let me talk to you about Nerd Node. We got 713 delegations. If you're looking for a great stake pool, come stake with Nerd. We shout out every single delegate who comes into the pool. We're sitting at 25.4 million, but we got something interesting coming up, and I want you guys to be very aware of this, and I'm going to announce it here. Sunday Swap is doing an ISO. Now, I was very conflicted about whether this would be a good thing to do or a bad thing to do for the Nerd Node, because Nerd is my pride and joy. All of you guys, the 713 people who've come into the node, and everybody else on this channel who's supported us, who's taken us the distance. I want to protect that thing, and I'd like to grow that thing into something great that we can all look back on and say, hey, I had a part of that. I helped that person start. I played a role in their success, and I always say I couldn't do this without you. So I'm very coveted when it comes to what's good for the Nerd Node, what's in the best interest for the community. And I think that Sunday Swap, I think they're doing it for 5 epochs, and it's not like a meld situation where it's like a 99%, to my knowledge, is going to do an ISO, and those people will receive Sunday tokens if they're staked with Nerd. That is if Nerd is voted in. So we will need your participation. So come here, check out Sunday Swap Labs on Twitter. Also check us out, or check me out, Yacht Wallace. Scott Wallace, and Scotty Maserati was taken, so I went with Yacht Wallace. So anyway, come check out Sunday Swap Labs, and when the voting begins, vote for Nerd, okay? And I think you get 2 votes, so vote for Nerd and, vote for another pool that you like. Maybe you can vote for Nerd twice, I don't know. So come check that out, be aware of it, tell other Nerdians in the Nerdian culture what's going on, and let's rock and roll this thing. I don't really want to hooer the pool. I don't want to... Look, I don't want the Nerd Pool to become a truck stop for, things that I don't know if are legitimate or illegitimate financial opportunities. Sunday Swap seems like a really good project from what I've seen. I've seen Pi Lanningham talk about this at length, and you know what? This is something that from the stuff that they've shown, from the demos that they've shown, it seems like this may have the legs to run. And if I can get the nerds and the Wallace Inc. community to come together and vote on this, I would love to be the person that brings you something of value. That's simply the reason we've chosen to take a chance at this participation. And if you guys would be so kind to go and vote for Nerd, we would love to have you support us. Now, let's get into some other super awesome bullish news. Vote Nerd, Vote Sunday. Country Music Association to release its own NFT collection for latest awards show. Now, they're going to be doing that on the Polygon network. And it's really cool because that's just the start of crypto going mainstream once again. It's like these big players like the CMAs, they want to use it for tickets. They want to use it for tokenizing royalties. They want to use this to get exposure to crypto and give their audience exposure to crypto, because just like MasterCard, just like Tim Cook from Apple, they see the writing on the wall, okay? Paper tickets, probably a thing of the past. NFT tickets, collectibles for artists, musicians, painters, digital graphical artists, that is what is coming. And now you can hold it all on your phone. Now people say, that's a JPEG. Okay, well, a baseball card of Mickey Mantle is a piece of cardboard, except that can get damaged, and the JPEG is transferable. It's good for life. You own it. So you know what? What some people value, other people's won't. Okay? There was a time and place where people wouldn't give you $1 for a Bitcoin. But now somebody would beat your door down to give you $1 for a Bitcoin. Funny how that changes. So The other thing we've seen in the news here, which is ultra bullish, if we look at the way that the trends are going, is that payments are coming to MasterCard. Now, I read this article. I thought it was really good. But there's one interesting thing that they brought up. They said MasterCard's so big, they have so many resources, and they know that the future of payments is going to be on the blockchain. That's just what's going to happen. You know, it's what we were trying to tell our friends all those years ago. And the interesting thing about that is that they talk about they want to let their customers have the ability to spend their Bitcoin. Let me move here for the focus. Convert it to USD automatically so they can pay merchants. And that's how you know you're early, because people haven't had the aha moment. The two monkeys theory has not come true yet, because we're not trying to go from Bitcoin to USD to Bitcoin, or Bitcoin to USD to the merchant, because what the merchant will probably at some point realize that it would be more advantageous for them to take the Bitcoin to the USD back into some kind of crypto. Okay, preferably not Shiba Inu. Until we get to the point where the merchant and the consumer are both saying, hey, why do I have to convert this to fiat to give you what you want? When do you just accept Bitcoin, similar to what's going on in El Salvador, where my MasterCard goes Bitcoin to Bitcoin, or my MasterCard goes ADA to ADA, my MasterCard goes Ethereum to Ethereum? Why do we need to go through USD? Because that's the status quo. That's what people trust. People trust the US government. They trust the banks, but less and less every single day, because of the things that have gone on over the last couple of years, because of what has happened. Institutional money has started to flow into cryptocurrency. And like I said, they see the writing on the wall. If you see, Tim Cook came out in the news saying that he owns Bitcoin, he owns Ethereum. And it's really, really interesting, because think of what would happen if someone like Tim Cook opened up the Apple ecosystem to Bitcoin, to Cardano, to Ethereum, to a number of these legitimate projects and ecosystems. I mean, there's a quote in this article where Michael Saylor said, hey, if Tim Cook allowed everyone on the cloud to put $10,000 on the cloud, it would be the richest bank in the history of mankind. Now, you tell me in the comments below, do you think that Apple will get into crypto payments? Do you think Apple will get into that like MasterCard is? Or do you think they'll sit on the sidelines and watch the money roll away? Now, when you take that thought and you process it, does it make sense to trade? Or does it make sense to hold, stack sats, and be bold? Because you know what the fundamental technology is, and you know what's coming in the future. Because these big cats, they can't move as fast as the small cats. I don't know why I'm saying cats a lot. I must have been watching some 70s reruns. But the point is that once the big dogs catch on, once they do all their research like MasterCard and Apple are all doing, and they say, look, the time is now. We got to cut and run and go, okay? We need to make this happen, or somebody else is going to make it happen in front of us. They're going to take the ball and start their own game. So the time is now. And you know, I saw the CBDC coin for the UK may come out in 2030 in another article. Probably will come out a lot sooner than that, because they're going to see the writing on the wall from a lot of other places and a lot of other companies, nations, and so forth. And they're going to have to move on that. Folks, that's my 2 cents on today in crypto. Have those diamond hands, have those brass balls. And if I don't see you, I'll see you on the internet. I'm out.
Steak with North